Here. Cool. I do, and I closed that when I didn't want to. Fabulous. Okay. Okay, that's in place. Alright. Let's do it. No, not that. Okay. What if there's any way I can... Okay. That'll probably have to do. Right. Just need to do a little bit of... Okay. Alright. Okie dokie. So... let me make sure I click on use the right thing here. Okay, yep, there we go. That's what I want. That's what we want. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, right now I just exported this, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'll save that. Because I just realized I needed something for the... Oh. Hang on, I'm gonna hide this. Oh, dude, the mystery is ruined. Whatever. Anyhow, we'll export to get through to the export. DS Max, here we go. Here. Okay. Because I realized, before I even got started, oh, here we go. This is what I need. Is that I need an overlay mesh, because the Void Sword has like a frosty glowiness on the blade and just the blade, but I have the blood layer set up to include both the blade and the hilt, or at least the cross piece. So I want to get that squared off now. Nope, I don't need that. I just need to get like a placeholder texture in on there. Probably use the Infinity Swords. Just as a placeholder. Where are the tap dancing Rumpets? Okay, meshes, weapons. Sword, here we go. Infinity Sword. For the load. Okay, for a moment there I wasn't sure if it was the old version or the new one. Oh, it's already hidden, is it? Oh, it is. Why is it? Oh, that's right, it's not the, that's that. Where's the shimmer? Here it is. Is that the... Okay, yeah, it's double. Okay, just like that. And we'll go ahead and drop that into here. I'm gonna hide the blood now. Don't need that there. Okay, so then we want to get an alpha property. Okay, there we go. So now I just need to modify the UVs on this thing. I could have done this in 3ds Max, but you know what? Ah, shoot. It has to be shift. Okay, so we've got that. So then, no, not rotate. Is there? Oh, yeah, that's right. I do -1 for the scale. Okay, that does that, and I didn't have this selected. So do that again. See if I can't. Is there no way to lock it on the horizontal axis in some way? That'll just have to do, I suppose. We'll move that to the middle. There we go. Okie dokie. Then I'll probably have to do vertex colors too. I just need the middle lines though. Again, this is something I could have probably done in 3ds Max, but you know, whatever. Gives you guys something to look at. Yes, this is what I want, so I'll turn that to black. It's annoying dealing with vertex colors in, whoops, in NifScope because you have to do it on an individual basis. But at least we seem to be getting the pattern. The vertex colors we need to modify so that, because otherwise it's going to be like solid all the way throughout, but it's not. It gets brighter towards the edge. So let's see. Okay, so that should do. I don't think we need to push it all the way up to the tip. That should be fine. We just need to come back. Where is that other one? Where is that one? Oh, now you're over there. Okay. So oh, there we go. That middle boy. There's another there's other vertices. There's vertices on this side too. Oh, now where are we with the vertex? Where is that? Oh, okay. So that's there. Okay, that's there. Make that black. That's there. Then it comes to that. That's what we want. We might need to do these vertices too. Now, where's this one? Okay, that's all the way up there. Do we want to make that black? I suppose. Yeah, we'll leave it. Oh, whoops, that's rotating. Oh, there we go. There's another one right here. Oh, but that one we don't want. So let's switch that back to white. Okay, so come back down this way. So that's there, I think. Yeah, that's there. So that's one we do want. Don't know about these here yet. Oh wait, there we go. Cool. Now what are these? Oh, okay. That one's there. That's probably the, yep, that's the opposite side. Okay. So we're getting the opposite vertices here. Oh, huh. Okay. Don't know who that is, but thanks for following. Ah, there we go. Whoopsie. We don't want it to be green. The color is gonna be dictated by something else, by a different texture. Whoops. Keep doing that. That should be fine. So we don't need any of that. We need to come back down to these. So that one's black. This one. And is there one after that? No, this one might not be the one we want. Yeah, no. That one we don't want. There's another one later that we do want. But we're back down here. We don't want those. We want the ones that are... Oh, wait. I got one in the middle there. There we go. Okay. Probably going to just at least get the top half taken care of. Because there's still the bottom half, but I'm not going to make the whole stream about vertex colors. I'll probably do the bottom half off screen. Oh, I just noticed. Because I want to at least get to the texturing this sucker. So I've already got the base texture set up. So if you were with me on my last stream, I had gotten to about this point and I was messing around with the blood meshes. But the stream terminated early, probably because I accidentally hit the stop key or something. Would you screw off? But oh, that's an underside. I'll get that while I'm here. Okay, there it is. More black. Make it black. Okay. Just keep coloring it. Shading it in. I think no, but that's okay, that's one we do want. That's not one we want, I think. Okay, that's a middle point. It's really hard to keep track of where the vertices are because they highlight yellow and it doesn't stand out very well. Okay, There's another midpoint. Oh, and there's the one above it. There's that. That one's way up there. I think that's one we do want. Yeah. Okay, now we're finally down at that corner. Okay. We're still missing this side on the top. I don't know where that is. But I think that's about where I'm gonna call it for that. I'll mess around with it later. So let's get to the real McCoy here. There's the textures. And I got to about this point, you can kind of see what's going on. You see the detailing in here. This is about where I left off while I was doing stuff, not realizing the stream had ended prematurely. So we have a fairly decent base all set up already. So now it's just a matter of getting the details in. So I think I'm gonna start with the edge here. So it's gonna get do I want to do it that way or do I want to do it a different way? I think I'll do it the way I had done it before. Let's use the brush tool. Make sure spacing is 1, because if the spacing's too high, then you get that, and then it looks like crap. We don't want to look like the wedges. We don't want it to look like the edge is welded. I kind of mixed that up. I was gonna say the wedge is elded or something weird like that. So we'll just come along like this. Boop. Then, whoops. You know, in retrospect, using the lasso tool probably would have yielded a more cleaner result, but you know, whatever. Best I can at least just tidy things up if need be. I kind of went a little bit sloppy there, but that's kind of that's par for the course when it comes to doing it like this. So I definitely don't. Dang it. Well, whatever. You know, let's switch off to Eraser and just wipe this out. Whoop. Yep. Because then I can at least get over the line if you go with this. Because what I'm going to do is once I get this tidied up appropriately, I'm going to mirror it. So that way I don't have to do this same nonsense again on this side. So we still want that there. I'm just gonna cut across like this. Oh wait, yeah. Let's do that. I'm gonna set this to 50 so I can see what's going on in here. Okay. Alright, so now I can come in with the eraser tool and just trim this up. Trimmed up good. Hope it has a nice slope, otherwise I'm gonna have to touch it up some more. I don't want to go too far out. Make a bigger brush. Ironically, the bigger the brush, the easier it is, for me at least, to be more precise as far as trimming up edges like this. So I think probably the smaller the brush is, the less it affects. So it ends up that it doesn't really... Darn. doesn't really do as well. Because at least with a bigger brush, you can allow more consistency over a different. Well, that's hardly helped, hasn't it? Now I'm getting after images in my eyes. Oh, I should be able to just straighten it up by. Now we got. It's a little. It's too. We don't want it to look like a katana blade. It's not what we're aiming for here. This is a big sword. It's a lot of undo and redo and screaming. Shit, what the heck? Ugh. I feel like the contrast is really screwing my eyes up. I'm gonna make this brighter so that it's. So I think with it being a little bit more of a neutral gray, it wasn't. It was really effing with my eyes. Okay, let's try to get this to look clean. Okay, I'm not sure that this is really. Bring this, not the hardness, the size. There we go. Bring this down. Just feather by it. Just try and get this going right. Oh, this is not working. Alright. Trying again, and I'm using the lasso this time. Because doing the paintbrush way is a bit arduous. At least this way I can just kind of follow the UV lines. And if it's too sharp, I can just tweak things. Oh, hey, Jalkin, nice to see you. It's going alright so far. Currently, I'm getting the textures going here. And right now I'm working on the edge of the blade. And I just realized I accidentally hit one of the wrong keys and switched the colors. There we go. It's because, yeah. Oh, actually, wait, you know what? Before I do that, because I noticed that this was a little bit funky. I think I got it as good as I can get. Flip that around, flip vertically, there we go. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure that that's covering it all. Merge it together, and there we go. So then I can set that to overlay. I'm just going to give it a slight blur. Maybe do blur more instead. There we go. Let's see then, set that to 70? No. 60. No, 50. Still no, 40, there we go. Just wanted to be kinda subtle. Oof. Ugh, and there we go, hiccuping again. And just do about the same here as we did down there, just moving things right along. Drop that sucker down there. Make sure it's lined up right. Looks okay. Blip. Now, I don't really care about going out beyond like this because where that white is, it's covered by the ambient occlusion map. So, and even so, even if it wasn't, this ain't gonna be showing up on the texture anyhow. So, no harm, no foul. So now I'm gonna select this, retransforming, and I move this little crosshair in the middle all the way down to here. So that way when I flip vertically, it at least kind of lines up. And now I will have to erase a fair chunk here, because that went over this part of the blade. Just put that all out. There we go. Merge. Up, good. Overlay. Set that. Actually, you know, yeah. Chug it up. Actually, I need to set this to normal before I merge down, because I think if they're both set to overlay, then things get weird. There we go. And we'll set those to 40. Alright. Boop. Oh yeah. There we go. So, there we go. We've got the edge denoted. So now I need to get, I'm going to start on, actually did I lay that in? I'm not sure if I think I did. I think I did lay in a scratch layer. Let me see here. Yeah, this is it right here. Pretty sure. Okay, so now I want to get the edge highlighting going on. Come on. There we go. Come on, Photoshop. You can do it. Just let me get down to that brush of mine. There it is. Set that to 3. Maybe 4. Let's use 4 for the blade sector. So start there, and then just all the way across. Boop. Then over here, we'll do about the same. Cut across the tip. Start at the tip and then cut across. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. So then there's these parts. I'm just gonna hold shift and drag it along the way. Do about the same in this direction. Cut across like that. There we go. And I'm not gonna really do it for this part because, well, I might. I don't know. I don't think I will, because the thing is that what I'm planning mainly for this, the highlighted edge, is when I do the normal maps, the blade will be normal map to look elevated. Now I can show you what I mean, not with this, because I've been working on the black sword for Artifacts of Ultima, and I'll just bring that up here and show you what I'm talking about as far as the blade goes. Here's the scabbard. I want to hide that. We'll get in close here. You can see how the there's a step from the center of the blade, between the center of the blade and the edge. That's what I'm going to be accomplishing with the Void Sword, is when it comes time to normal map it, I'll be making it so that this part's like essentially raised, so that there's this step between the center part and the edge. So now I'm going to switch back to the Void Sword. Oh wait, no, never mind. I already got it. Open. Right here. So, let's see, what else needs the edging? Ah, right here. Boop. We'll put, where's the midpoint? There. Just drag that across the center. Is that, I think, is that a hard edge? Oh, but wait, you know what? No. Certain parts of that should be done, but not all of it. I think just this part. So if that's the cross piece, then this is the recessed part, and this is the unrecessed part right here. So that's going to come down to there. And then, let's see. So it comes to there. And this is, let's see. There's, I think, okay. I think this part right here is the hard edge. So we come across like that. I think that's right. I guess we'll find out once I do the diffuse texture there. And this stuff here should get some of that treatment too. Yeah, there we go. Up. Right about there. Cut up that way, like so, and then like this. Ugh. Okay, so then let's start from up here and then just slide down. Or just hold shift and just click our way across, because that's honestly probably the better approach. I do like to try to paint the edges so that there's at least kind of like a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Just so that it's not like so I mean there's like a little bit of irregularity, so it looks like the wear and tear is uneven. But you know, sometimes I just shift paint like how I'm doing now to just to speed things along. And we can cut across, we can do a little bit of crossing this way. That, do the same over here, like so, and like this, there we are, sweet. So we've got that. Does any of that need to go onto the hilt? There's no real like sharp edges that would necessitate that. Might want to do it along this edge and this one, just to get like some highlighting in there. So I think that's what I'll do. Given how it splays here, it's probably gonna look a little weird, but you know, whatever. Whoops. Might be some stretching in the texture, but you know, this is such a small part of the model that it likely won't be noticeable in game, so I'm not worried about it. You know, if someone notices and nitpicks it, then that's really their problem, honestly, because I generally, when I work with things like this, I was like, okay, is this something that would be noticed in normal gameplay, or would it be something only would this be something noticeable in normal gameplay? And in normal gameplay, you're not going to be slamming the camera right up the sword's ass, basically, and seeing all these itty bitty little flubs or issues or whatever. It's the thing, at a casual glance in normal gameplay, is this going to show up at all? There we go. So overlay, okay. Actually bring that back to normal. So I want to make sure that there's nothing else. What's that? Okay, that's part of these bits. Okay, yeah, we are going to want to have... Yeah, we're going to want to have that stuff around the perimeter. So we're going to have played a perimeter game here. Yep. Just down to there. Loop that up and across. And let's touch that up. I want to get some of this wear texture across onto the over the UVs so that it actually shows up. Get that out of the way. Okay. This looks like it's... That I'm not gonna paint because that's... I'll drag it out a little bit, but this is all shadowed, so that's not gonna show up, so there's no point in even painting over there. So I'll come up here and just drag along willy-nilly. Sweep around here. Now here I'm freehand painting, because, you know, why not? Because since the curve is there, it's a little better to freehand it than to try and to shift click it, because then that makes it a little angular and artificial, and it might not be noticeable, but you know, me being me, I prefer to at least make it look kind of natural, have some natural flow to it. So that will cut off there, and not worry about that because it's shadowed. So I'll just do about the same nonsense over here. Assess this. No, we're not going to need to put anything of that sort on there, so we'll just carry on. Just dragging it along. Ooh. Okie dokie. Oh, I'm just getting there. Whoop, there we are. So we'll get to about, so we get to here. There we go. Just cut that there. Then we can do the shift click approach since everything's straight, so up until here at least. Then let's loop that around and then cut down. Up. Stick and cross. And bam. There we go. So I think that's gotten that all outlined. And we're going to want to do this too. I'm not sure which side that is though. What part is that? Oh, you know what? That's right. They're both sides. It's both sides. One is this side and one is this side. And it's all like one unit. So, fortunately, it's... Whoops. We're going to want to just drag things along a bit. Scoop that up. There we go. Up. And... sweep down. Ah, come on. Alright. And right there. Okay. And since this is symmetrized, I'm not going to bother with this line. Because if I did this, then what you'd end up with is a nice white line along the center, which we don't want. If it was a hard edge, that'd be one thing, but since it's not, we don't want it. So now we just give the same treatment over to here. And doop-de-doop. I think we also might want, let me strike that across there and also here and here too, because I believe that all that is the cross, part of the cross piece. So I'll just bring this down here, up, 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 up. And bring this down to meet its friend. There. So we've got all that. Oh, I need to give it the same treatment that I gave the other side. Oh hell, not that. Don't want that. There we go. Okay, so we've gotten all that. And the edge we're not worrying about. Probably with this, I'm gonna do a new layer for that. Because I think we've got, well, wait. What about this stuff? Okay. Come back to here. Whoops, didn't want to turn on the color block layer. Okay. I'll just dance this across here, across these edges. Whoops. I want to be on the center here, not... Or do I? Do I want to be on the center there? I think so, because that looks like it might be... Let's drag that in like so. Come on. Come on, play nice. There we go. Okay. I think that should do it. Okay, so that should finally do it for all that edgeware nonsense. So what I always do with that, I'm gonna hit this little guy for the layer mask button, for layer mask nonsense, and render clouds. So what that does is that it breaks up the, breaks things up to make it look a little less, regular. So then I go double click on it to bring it to layer style menu and hit outer glow, set that to overlay, and I usually spread it out a fair bit. That, throw a little bit of noise into it, set that to overlay. Let's see if we need any, bump that up to 100. Okay, so then I'm gonna bring this down to like, usually like about 30 to 40 range. 40 might do. So we don't want it to be super prominent. We want it to be kind of there. Maybe 35. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm going to save that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save it as a DDS. So save 24. That's fine. Now I'm going to apply it to the mesh. It's not going to look too hot because we've got like the steel claymore textures. We don't have normal maps or environment mask yet. So where's the void sword? Ah, here we go. But we wanted to at least get this into place so we can see what's going on. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to replace this with that, where's the cube map folder? Here it is. This flat normal map DDS. So that way we can see what's going on. That looks like hell. I'm going to set the environment map to 0. Specular strength to 0 as well. So just so we get a matte look at the sword. So this is what we've got going so far. Oh, you know what? Now that I see it, this part here does look like it's gonna need some... Yeah, it needs it. Okay, that looks... Okay, yeah, we need to get some more going in there. This looks a little... doesn't look gradual as it should be. But it's looking alright so far. What's going on here? Oh, we might want to put... It's always good to, yeah, because I'm seeing things I need to do. I need to put some of that edgeware on this part, as well as right here. So we'll come back. Since we already got that layer on, I'm going to bring this down to 3 for this stuff here, because this stuff I do believe is the edge bits for for the lower section of the cross piece. There. Okay, so we've got that. Now the trick is just have to see the geometry here to pin down where. Okay, so from this orientation, it's this line, so it's this one here. This is the one we want. So I'm gonna set this to normal so I can see that. Probably bring this back up to 4. Because that's our working. So that's our working size for this. Just bring that around and up in there. Alright. And we'll just continue this out from here over to there. There we go. And just do the same thing on this side too. I'm not really caring about if I screw up on here because, like I said earlier, it's okay if you screw up while you're painting this edge wearing, because it's supposed to be edge, supposed to be the edges it's supposed to be edge wear. It's not going to be super regular looking. So now that we've gotten that in place, where's that? I think this is it. Just check the color. Yep. So this is all this part. So why don't we just play around the rosy here. Whoop. Okay. Just keep on keeping on. Oh. There we go. Whoop. There we go. Finally. There we are. So now we can set this back to overlay. Save the PSD. Now I was going to check on this nonsense over here because I noticed it was a little too... that it wasn't gradual enough. Yeah, you can see how it's kind of a little angular, so I'm just going to try to round things out with the eraser, make sure it's not set to a soft one. Up, and up, up, here. Being very ginger here because I don't want to screw up the screw things up. Screw up the... I don't know if I just did there. If I don't want to screw up the flow of this. So by making a little bigger is useful. Then I have a little more control over the motion of things. I am not getting anywhere close to that. That's not helping. Oh darn. Okay, I think that should do. And to hide it, I'm gonna give it a blur more. There we go. That should help it be less shite. So, gonna save the the DDS again, so I can check the updates to texture. Right. Good. Oh, there's that too. I need to get back to brass tacks here. that edge. So just notice this part here needs it. Needs that edging. Fortunately, just the parts that are visible. Because everything else, the whole rest of it is covered by the ambient occlusion shadow, so it's no big. So, save again. Save as DDS, save. Okay. Alright, that should do that. Cool. So we've gotten all that in place. What's going on? Oh, shoot. And you guys can see what I'm seeing here. There's a hole there. Damn. And there's one there too? What? I don't know how noticeable that will be, but that's kind of noticeable. So I want to set it. I don't know if that's going to help. I'm going to try it. I doubt it, because it's just like straight through. I'm going to set it to double-sided. Well, that kind of helps. Alright, well, that works. That works. We'll leave it. We'll do that. Save. Because that really, I think now, what I'm seeing now is not the, not straight through the sword, but actually the center line of the grid. So if I turn the grids off, yep. Ain't nothing. There's just a little subtle thing there. Probably the other end, the other side of the gap, but that shouldn't be a problem. Okay. So that's in place. So now I think what I need to do. Wait, what's going on? So I just noticed that. Oh, it's just some Spotify playlisting on the Rogues Discord. Nothing I really necessarily care about. But anyway, so now we want to get into the nitty gritty here. Well, let's see. I need a good closer look at the thing. Come on, Dracula, where are you with your silly sword? Oh, well, this would have been handy. Well, marginally, because it's blurry. Is this any better? Okay, yeah, slightly. This would have been good to have earlier, but you know, well, I've set in stone. Just kind of go. I'm not even sure how accurate that is to the actual sword, so whatever. Let's get off my back. So what we need to do now is I need to find. I guess this will do. Sort of. Okay, well I can see that there's these squiggles that go up the blade. So I think I'll at least lay those in. But what's this for? Oh, that's right. I forgot. I had made that layer so I could do kind of a soft highlighting here. This bit. It's best not to do this sort of thing in one continuous stroke if you can help it, because if you screw up and undo, then you have to start all the way. You have to start over again. Ack. Not easy to keep a steady hand using a mouse. I'll switch to eraser and bring it down to soft. Just to kind of tidy that up a bit. I was gonna blur this a bit anyway, anyhow, so no real trouble. Set that to 40. 35. Okay. So that should do that. Let's come up here. So let's see. So as far as the blade is concerned, we've got these squigs. Whoops, didn't want to select the bookmarks. Thank you. This is a bigger image. It's blurry, but it's a bit of a better image. Yeah, we've got these squigs there. It's kind of almost like branching lightning bolts in a way. Kind of. But that's on this side. So I'm going to rotate the canvas. Counterclockwise? Yes. Good. That's what we want. So, new layer. This up. Just gonna do hard. I think maybe 7 pixel brush. And just kinda, well, where does that start? Starts like just kind of about here ish, so we'll just do like that. Not actually, I think I'm gonna make this a bit smaller. Ugh. Come on. It's always, dang it. Ah! Not sure if that really, oh, okay, no, it's like a little squat, nope, dang it, I'm going too far. Oh hell, screw it. Why am I even bothering freehanding the damn thing? I can just use the path tool. Okay. Not even bothering closing it, because we can just stroke it. So I'm gonna put a fucker. Put a loop in there. So there's a bit of a branching, it looks like. It's not easy to tell with this. Yeah. Back to that picture, please. Let's put a bit of curve here. Okay. A little bit of that to there. Bring it down. I think this could probably stand to be pushed. Oop, no, I'd want to bring this down more. Let's move this one over there. Okay, let's stroke the path. Brush. Cool. That's the way it should be done. I don't know why I was trying to do it freehand. Oh wait, no, not overlay, multiply. Cause I want to do bevel and emboss. There we go. Alright. Although probably instead of inner bevel, maybe emboss. No, let's keep it with inner bevel. I'm not so sure about how that's looking. Doesn't really seem to be looking the way I want it to. Okay, that practically goes straight up. Like so. And then it goes straight off at an angle. I'm just gonna remove that. Bring this, I'm gonna take this down a bit. Move it over there. I think this part's a little higher. Okay. Also gonna move this up over and like that. Okay. Well, that'll probably do, hopefully, I don't know. So let's stroke that path with this once more. I guess. I'm gonna change this into a non-work path so I can duplicate it. So then I can switch back to the pen tool, select this, and move it down. No, I don't want that one. Looks like they're... How many of these are there? 1, 2, 3. And it's kind of rather thick, honestly. So I'm gonna come back to here and I'm gonna wipe this out. No, I didn't want to wipe the damn path out. I wanted to wipe the contents of this layer. Now I want to come back to this. Stroke path. Oh wait, no, wait. Make this a bit. I'm gonna make the brush a bit bigger before I stroke the path. There we go. So now we've got a bigger. Now we've got it bigger. What? So I'm gonna bring it around and down over to here. That looks like a. I'm not sure how well this is gonna end up looking. Why did I always hit Control D? That displays out. So I want to go with this. These more squiggly squigs. Because this doesn't seem to be giving the result we want. But I'll. Okay, I want to select this so I can make this a mask. Invert it. There we go. Let's duplicate this path. Select it and bring it down to here. I think this honestly. Well, it does have some leeway down here. It doesn't continue all the way down. There is some leeway. But that looks too mechanic. It looks too artificial. Alright. Dang it, I deleted the path again. God. I want to delete the contents of the layer. Sheesh. Okay. I'm just gonna say whatever, screw it. Well, not to that extent. Just throw it in the wind, just whatever, just make it do something. Make it look kind of right. I should probably put an outer glow on this. The black variety. Maybe? No, that doesn't look right. That looks like garbage. think we may want it emboss. Maybe. That is a good question. Is that raised or is it recessed? I think it's raised. It's hard to tell. Oh, darn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's raised. But it's no, pillow emboss isn't gonna do it. Well, I think just for the sake of things, we'll leave it as inner bevel, but I'm not sure it'll actually be beveled at the end of the day, if we'll actually have a bevel and emboss going on. Oops. Hold on. Duh. Honestly, what I had before I think was better. Marginally. Just fussing it around until it looks right. Bring that kind of down over to there. I accidentally hit Control S, but that's fine. Nothing wrong with saving. Saving's good. Saving's a good thing to do. Just kind of scooch things around a bit here. We're gonna bust out the eraser and wipe this out. Make it a little bigger, a little harder. Just don't get any dregs. No. Must know. Carry that on until it cuts off. There. I think this part down here, these I'm gonna wipe out and redo. Come on. I guess that works okay, for what it's worth. And I'm gonna, whoops, I'm gonna do a branch off on, whoop. Not really concerned about making it look totally accurate, just at a reasonable glance it looks right. Not sure what the heck. Well, I suppose that's okay. Are you gonna let me paste? Or are you just gonna be, oh. Select, copy, delete, paste. Take that, flip it horizontally. Whoops, hold on. Scale that up, then wipe it in. Though I don't know why it's not showing up. Oh, it is. Bleh. It's just the dancing edges was hiding it. Okay, there we go. I think that looks alright. Just gonna, oops, scooch this. Oh, no, 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 no. Not like that. I want to move the lines. That looks good. I'm gonna clear the layer style. I'm gonna hit multiply again. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do an inner glow, set to multiply, and black. Or instead, perhaps, I don't know if it's gonna like that. Oh, that will do it. Let's change that to black. And then just bring down that a bit. I don't know if that's gonna help. Multiply. That should be alright. We'll leave it at that. So now what I need to do are the runes. Okay. I think this image should do it. Maybe. Think so. So I want to use this. So it looks like the runes are the same for the most part. Yeah, for the most part. Might use this though. So we'll just drag it over. And can I? Will it let me? No, of course not. Because Photoshop doesn't like doing that for some reason. So I had to use the save method. 3ds Max. Let's see, scene assets, images, reference. There's the reference. Here we go. Okay, got that. So let's open up. Is reference in here? No. I'm gonna have to go through that rigmarole to get to that point. There's reference. I think this is what. Yes. There we go. Okay. Select all, copy, and paste into its own layer. Save. So I'm going to use a path to get these suckers squared away. Oh. But instead of, like, I'm not closing the path. Instead, I am making individual paths. I'm not sure how I'm gonna make that fat up there, but sickle section. Whoops. There we go. Start on this side. Go up like so. And then we'll just add a little descender here. Whoops. This will be its own thing. Off. Bring this up like so. Click away. Continue at that. Right. And just like that. Go through that. And so alright. This one's not easy to see, but I think it does look like it's like this. Okay. So I think that gets all the runes, the basis for them at least. Now I need to go through and add Bezier curves. Let's cuff that in there so that we get that little curve bit. Okay. Just cut that down to there. Up, there. Oh, I didn't notice this guy. A little bit of little doer in there. This being fat up there is going to be a little interesting, but I think I might be able to fudge it by cutting across like this. Maybe. See how that actually ends up going once we get to the stroking these paths. I could actually get rid of that. This Bezier. Cut that one out. Pull this over. And we'll get this sickle part. This definitely looks kind of like a scythe, doesn't it? You know, you got the scythe handle there, and then this is the blade. Cut that out and pull this up. That can really just stay as it is. Whoops. Pull this over. Okay. I think I'm gonna get rid of that vertex and then just cut and curve. Round. Alright. Move that up to there. I'm gonna move this around. I'm gonna turn snap off. Not like that really makes much difference. Okay. Alright. This guy should be fine. This will want to curve, and I'm going to move that point to there. This will curve. I'll probably end up having to like fill spots in with the brush tool or something once I stroke the path here, but we'll see. This we can, well, no, that will, we'll leave that angular. Let's just bring that down a bit. Cool. Okay, that's fine. This got screwed up. So bow that out a bit. Arrangements. There we go. And I think this is the last glyph, yep. Okay. That there. Just gonna erase that one so I can use this one. Pull that up. Gonna actually, you know what? I think it actually gets interrupted there. What is this? What does this say? Okay, yeah, there is a break. Well, that's fine. I can erase things. This way, I can actually just delete these vertices. Whoops, didn't want to move the whole path. Move that down, and then we'll just make a new spot for it. There, okay. So that should give us our rune path. Save. So now I need to scale this whole ensemble up. Transform path. So let's see, how does this fit? Again, where? Oh, the runes does look like it kind of crosses over the blade there. The edge. Starts about there. Considering this gap here, I'm gonna have to move these parts, those runes, over onto this one. Though since there is kind of a gap between this rune and this one, whoops, dang it. Ah, dang it. There we go. Yeah, it's between, yeah, wait. Okay, yeah, that one. That's the one we want. These are the runes we want. So bring those down to here. There we go. So that's in play. Now we want to make a new layer for the runes to fall upon. And select the whole work path. And brush. That's too big of a brush. Probably, maybe, no. Yeah, let's do 20. So now let's see, stroke path, simulate pressure. So that's given us this result. Which, Ain't the greatest. There are some spots I see that are flawed. Here. I'm gonna clean this out. Whoops. Not like that. God damn it. Like, these contiguous? No, this is a part of that. Some parts I might need to do separately or something. I don't know. I mean, this guy here needs to be adjusted a bit so that it's got more of a, whoops, more of a graduated slope. So I think it's got a little too much. Still think it does too much, too well. Simulate pressure, yes. I think 20 may be too big. Let's do 10. And then let's try it again. Hello? Fly. There we go. Better. I keep hitting Control D like it's going to deselect. So we had done that. That edge. Okay, yeah, that's why. Now this is where we want to come in with the brush. Kind of, sort of. Like for here, come down, bring this down a little bit in size. So we want this to kind of sweep up like so. Bring that down a bit. Just so we can work that in. And this also has that descending tail. Get a little bit of that curve in there too. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need to continue it. Because it starts fat at the bottom here. And then then tapers out. So we want to kind of get that across here. Ish. It's gonna shove that out there like that. What you do? So I'm gonna come in with the brush tool, eraser, I should say, to get to lose some weight. Come in here to get this squared up a bit. Just bring that down. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. we're gonna have, whoops, quite a bit of this disadjustment for all these runes. Okay. I mean, some of them came out alright, others not so much. But for funsies, once we save that, set this to multiply, and don't use global light. 60-30. Let's come into here to see how things went. Looking okay. I'm gonna throw a bit of a satin in there though. Maybe an inner shadow. Use inner glow to serve as our inner shadow type deal. Just lighten it up a bit. Bring it in more. Okay. Just bring down the opacity some. Save that. So we can get a hot look at it in... What the hell? Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot. Rotate it back. Then save it. Because I had forgotten I had rotated it counterclockwise. There we go. And there we are. You can see the runes as they are now on the blade. A number of them still need to be fattened up so that they don't look like pencil scratches. And this actually doesn't look half bad, the engravings there. So there's still quite a bit that needs to be done though. A lot of texturing. Because I mean, there's this, at least on this, you can see these flowy bits. Shows that reflect over here. Yeah, this is the multi-sesh thing. Oh, and how the heck did it? No, wanted it to be 60 degrees. I don't know why it changed away from that. Save. So that should give us a more appropriate indentation. And of course, once I get the runes squared away, there's gonna be the matter of the glow map, which will be simple. I can just like once I get the runes, glyphs, whatever, properly fattened up and everything, I can just click like this and then make a new layer and just fill that completely with white or whatever. So then that way, and that's also what the what this will be, what the what this will be good for, is I can copy the unmodified one in, because I modified the UVs of this one so it would be symmetrical. But I can copy that one in to use as the glow overlay. Because as I do want this to have environment mapping, and you can't have an environment map. You can't do glow shader and environment mapping at the same time, or have the glow map flag enabled when it has environment mapping. So that's why if I want to have something with a glow map on it, I have it as an overlay. So that way I can also control it with texture animation and stuff like that. So yeah, some of these boys need to be thickened up something fierce. So we're going to want to rotate back counterclockwise so we can see what exactly needs to be fattened up and where. I mean, I could have alternatively just like outlined. You know, I could have done that, but oh well, I've made my choice. So I'm gonna, no, that's the wrong thing. It's this we want. I'm gonna set this back to normal so I can see what I'm doing. Bring this back up because I want to be able to see. There's that sickle shaped glyph. So I'm gonna bring that out. Honestly, redoing that so that, honestly, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come back to the work path here. Of course, I've already modified it. Damn. Oh well. Shatner. Well, I'll just have to fudge it. Just have to screw around with it. Just paint these out. Time consuming, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Don't think I'm not gonna have. Yeah, I think rather than do that right now, I'm gonna come back out. Let's see here. Switch this back. I'm gonna put in some extra scratches here. Because I mean, fixing those runes is going to take a while. That might be something I'll do off screen. So for the right now moment, I'm going to put in some extra scratchies. If I can find the brush. Here it is. Okay. I'm going to set that to like 990. And coming around into here, shape dynamics. Angle jitter. Scattering. Okay. Yeah, full. Let's go like maybe 80. Don't need a size jitter, I don't think. A slight size jitter, 3%. So armed with this, just gonna paint around. Of course, the problem is that's gonna screw things up a little bit on the over here on this, but we can kind of fudge things up a bit. Just want to clear the. I should bring this up so I can see where the actual delineation is, so I can properly interrupt these scratches to prevent it from standing out on the texture. Okay, so we'll set that to overlay, not soft light. Thank you very much. And like we did with the edge wear, I'm going to set clouds on this, and I'm going to set this to like 35. Should still be in the right orientation. I'm not going to do like normal maps or anything like that until after I've gotten all the details finalized. So we'll just see how this looks with those scritchy scratches in place now. Looking pretty good. I was going to put edge highlighting on that, but I'm not sure I will. I don't think it'll be that noticeable because it's just like, whatever, a minor part of the mesh. Okay. And check that center line. There it is. Oh, it doesn't look too noticeable, I don't think. Hopefully that won't be something obvious in normal gameplay. Let's make sure we've got everything else correct here. Which looks like we do. Right here I might add like a shadow. Which I think I'm gonna do right now. Oops. Because we don't really have one in the ambient occlusion map. I'm just gonna bring that up. We have kind of one, but not too great of one. I'm actually gonna blur this out a bit. Blur this a bit to just kind of soften that up. We don't want we want multiply, not overlay. There we go. Then I'm gonna get out this brush about to here. Let's get it down real soft. Then we're just gonna paint in black along this part. Gaussian blur that just to make it a nice and graduated. Just like 40. Let's see how that worked. Could be better. Let's push it up a bit. I think it's a little too dim. So let's try that. Okay. That's a bit better. Kind of helps break things up a little bit. So it's not like a completely smooth transition. I'm not sure though if that's looking right. I'm not sure. Let's see without it. How does this look without it? Like that. It definitely looks contiguous, which isn't really that good. There definitely needs to be something there to break things up a bit. So maybe what we need is, instead of such a blurred shadow, we need something a little slighter. So I'm just gonna do this. Try to follow that UV line. There. That's a little too much blur. Just about like that, I think. So then I'll just bring it down slightly. That's probably not going to look too great, but I'll probably leave it as it is right now. Well, that doesn't look too bad, I don't think. I think that should do alright. So we'll leave it at that. Those runes need adjusting. So there's also all that other texture going on in the thing. Like these grooves going across like that. And then there's these weird patterns, which that's gonna be the real fun part. But I think, say that PSD. Come on. There you go. I think that will really do it for now. So thank y'all for joining me today and seeing how far we've gotten, at least with the base texture of the sword. There's obviously still a lot more that needs to be done before this can get to any final point. before we can move on to the creation kit. Because I like to at least get the textures pinned down before I start doing anything in the creation kit. Sometimes I just give it the placeholder textures, so it has those. But uh, I think for now we've got it in a pretty good state, and we just need to get more details in. Those glyphs need to be fattened up, which I'll probably do off screen if I have time. But other than that, I'd say this has got some pretty decent progress going on, and hopefully next time we'll be able to finish this off. I doubt that, but we'll see. So yeah, join me next Saturday for when we get more going on this, and maybe I think next Tuesday I'll probably be doing Ultima 6 again. So stop on by for that if you're interested. And so till next time, thanks for joining me, and have a good rest of your day and all that.